Hey guys, Brande here with the Come Home team of Keller Williams Market Pro Realty, and I am here today with Dave Russell, a home inspector in the Northwest Arkansas area with In the Know Inspections. And we're going to talk to you today about what a home inspection is, who should get it, and some common things that are found as you go through that process. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Dave to introduce himself, and then we'll get to the questions.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm with In the Know Inspections here in Northwest Arkansas. I am the owner and the certified home inspector. What is a home inspection?
Yes.
Okay.
What's a home inspection?
So a home inspection, what my job is as a home inspector, is to give a prospective buyer or a seller the best and most accurate information that I can give them so they can make informed decisions, purchase, selling, and otherwise.
Right. Okay. So that makes sense. So I know in real estate, once you go under contract, you have 10 business days to perform the home inspection, and once that's performed, your home inspector will provide you with a report, and your agent will go through that with you to determine what repairs you may or may not want to ask of that seller. Who should get one? Is it only sellers? When should they get them?
Probably 95% of the inspections that I do are for buyers.
Okay.
Okay, it's people who are buying a house. They want to know the condition of the house to inform their purchase decision. But the biggest reason is peace of mind. I do a lot of new construction, and even new construction homes, people want to know that the homes are done correctly, that, the electric and the plumbing, and everything is installed correctly.
Gotcha. So as far as who should get one, you're saying 95% are buyers.
Right.
And whether they're buying a new construction or a resale type property, you're seeing buyers request a home inspection for both types. Is that correct?
That's correct. Because
Okay.
I think I'm the only one in the area who will blue tape for you.
Yes, he's amazing. He does blue tape. It's awesome.
Then I just do that. I found that it was just easier to do that rather than have somebody go in and spend a lot of time after me putting blue tape on the wall where I had already identified it. I just carry a roll of tape with me and do it.
So what does that mean? What is the blue tape?
Okay, so blue taping, someone who's buying a house will go through a house right before they do their final walkthrough with the builder. And it's for all those little cosmetic blemishes and things like that, like the paint blobs on the wall. And in terms of people that should get home inspections, the other 5% or so are mostly sellers. So, someone who's buying a house, many times they take comfort in the fact that the person who's selling a house has done their due diligence. Okay. So the way home inspections are priced is by the square foot. So on average, anything under 2,000 square feet is about $300.
Okay, right. That makes sense. Now, what about as you're going through and you're doing the home inspections? What are some of the most common things that you see that come up on a report?
And so probably the most common thing I see is a lack of caulk or voids in the caulk on the exterior windows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if there are voids around the window outside in the caulking, that is a place where warm, moist air gets in, penetrates, and it tends to condense inside the wall at the bottom corners of the window.
Okay.
Probably the next thing that I see is situations revolving around guttering.
Okay.
You're pulling water off a roof, off that big surface. If you're dumping it right next to the foundation, it can cause problems. So you want to get it out and flowing away from your house. That's the rule of thumb. But basically, water will find any little pinhole to penetrate into a structure. If you got a spot where you're putting lots of water all the time, and for instance, the other areas around it are dry, the differential can cause your foundation to crack. Okay, that brings me to my third item. Okay, which is that condensate line on on your air conditioner. I see that all the time too. They want to terminate them and they point down at the ground right on the wall.
Right.
So it's the exact same problem as with a gutter, but the amount of damage that can occur from the concentrated water on the wall cladding, or I see them where they're cracked. The bricks are the veneer is cracked at that spot all the time, and it's because of all that moisture from running that AC.
So top 3 things you see: caulking on the windows and doors on the outside, no gutters, which leads to water issues, and the condensate line being, I guess, dripping right into the foundation of the house. So again, a water thing. Now, are there any things that you've come across, and I'm sure there are with all the homes that you've done the inspections for? What is maybe the top one thing that kills a deal?
Okay, well, first of all, as a home inspector, it is never my intent to kill a deal. Most of the time, okay, is a failure or not being the clients and the sellers, for instance, not being willing to negotiate.
Got it. And so you bring up a really good point in that when I look at the home inspection reports, whether it's for myself or for my clients, I always look for something that says safety hazards. I look for electrical issues, plumbing issues.
Okay, so with roofing, I am always looking for such things as hail damage, which we have a lot around here. Talk to your insurance company.
Right.
Because, particularly with architectural shingle, which has a 25 to 35 year warranty on it to start with, those are just straight up replacements. It's still hail damage, and that's part of the reason you buy home insurance.
So we talked about what a home inspection is. We talked about who should get one. We talked about the cost. We talked about things that come up on the home inspections and kill the deal. What are some things as a seller, so we're looking at it from the other side of the transaction, what are some things that sellers can do to kind of mitigate different repairs and things like that coming up on the report?
Okay, so if you think back to what I said before, with what the most common things are, getting out and caulking around your windows and doors outside is probably the biggest recommendation. Okay, that should be done annually because caulk does not last. Other things are things like wall plates. I go into houses and many times switch plate or a wall plate, that's the covering for the receptacle in the wall. Okay. Those are missing. Okay, and I have to write those up as a safety hazard. So it's those sorts of things. The minor repair work. Those are the things that you can do that are right before an inspection.
Ask Dave, do you have any other pointers for our buyers or sellers or agents when it comes to home inspections?
Well, I can say that home inspectors are not all built the same. If you search in the No Inspections, you'll find all kinds of good.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for giving us some of your day and sharing what happens with an inspection, why they're so important. I would like to ask if we can offer your contact information below on the video if anybody has any questions.
You certainly may.
Okay.
And feel free to call me anytime. As I tell people, information is free.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support. And be sure to stay tuned in to the YouTube channel so that you can hear more from our, I'll call them third parties, about real estate. We're going to talk to home inspectors, we'll talk to handymen, we'll talk to title companies and things of that nature. So thanks again for your support. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.